Hi everyone, welcome to the Carson Kids Sensory Series. Today we will be learning about tactile sensation, also known as touch. We will be talking about what tactile processing is, what tactile hyper-responsive is, what tactile hypo-responsive is, and what tactile under-responsive is. We will also be talking about how to address these tactile processing difficulties at home. Tactile processing is the ability to receive, interpret, and respond to touch information. Tactile processing can impact a child's ability to tolerate having their nails cut, can impact a child's ability to keep their hands to themselves, and can impact a child's ability to notice if their hands are messy hands. A child might be described as tactile hyper-responsive, also known as tactile over-responsive or tactile hypersensitive. This child tends to be a tactile sensory avoider. This child responds excessively and exaggeratedly to sensory input. The slightest touch could be too much for the child and could send them into a negative reaction. For example, this child might show aggression when touched by another person. One way to address this at home is using various materials to desensitize or diminish the sensitive area that is over-responsive. Allow the child to help you create approximately 10 to 20 small circles on the sensitive area. Start with a soft cloth, such as a microfiber cloth. Progress to a slightly rougher cloth, such as a paper towel. Then progress to a rough cloth, such as wool. A child might be described as tactile hypo-responsive, also known as tactile hyposensitive. This child tends to be a tactile sensory seeker and needs more input than others. This child does not receive enough sensory input and is constantly looking for ways to get that just right level of input. These sensory seeking behaviors can impact their day because they are not able to focus on a task until they are at that just right level. For example, this child might touch objects or people until the point of annoyance. One way to address this at home is using various materials to provide input. Allow the child to explore various textures in separate containers. For example, using dry beans, dry pasta, and dry rice, while allowing them to locate small toys. A child might be described as tactile under-responsive. This child exhibits a decreased response to tactile sensory input. More sensory input is needed than the average child in order to get a response. This child can appear to be lazy or tired. For example, this child seems oblivious to having messy hands or face. One way to address this at home is using various materials to provide input. Allow the child to explore various textures in separate containers. For example, using sand, beads, and slime while locating small toys. Processing different senses is a part of everything we do. Every day, we can sense the world around us differently depending on how we slept, what we ate, or what we did the day before. Our kids that struggle to understand the experience the world is giving them can be challenging. It's okay. Try your best to be understanding and patient. Our following videos will continue to help explain the different senses and what to do to help a child better understand the world around them. To quickly review, tactile processing, also known as processing touch, is the ability to receive, interpret, and respond to touch information, and some of us need help to tolerate the input through various activities. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or concerns, we would love to hear from you. As always, these videos are not a substitute for medical care. Please always seek the advice of your medical team before implementing any of the strategies discussed here. Until next time.